Now, before I begin today's video, folks, I just want to address the obvious fact we are living in pretty dark times right now. And I am part of a fellowship of content creators who gatekeep the legacy of entertainment at the moment, or trying to preserve the integrity of what entertainment used to be once. And of course, if our antics, if what we do, if our takes, bad, good, whatever, if it brings a smile to your face, gives you a glimmer of hope for the future, by all means, let me know in the comments below. And of course, my heart goes out to the people of Ukraine right now. It's just a really bizarre situation. I don't know, I feel like I've woken up in a nightmare. I've often said that on my channel. You know, you have Russia with this military force of 900,000 people against Ukraine's 200,000 military personnel. Who's the real bully in this case? And all I'm going to say is this: if President Reagan were around today, he would address Vladimir Putin as a mad dog. That is it, plain and simple. Today is the day, folks, when the Galactic Starcruiser Hotel reviews will be dropped online, all the carefully curated and approved reviews from Disney themselves, who invited out the Disney shill army to say really nice things about their hotel stuck in a park in the middle of nowhere. Well, it's not really the middle of nowhere, but I tell you what, you got a bus that smuggles you from one place to another. You got to wonder what's really going on, right? So this article from that park place, it's actually 2 days old, but I'm just talking about it now. The headline will kind of speak volumes. Galactic Starcruiser leaked video and impressions. Train wreck, really. So welcome back to the saga that keeps on giving. It's the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser. It will be hard for you to have missed all the drama surrounding this $6,000 experience for a family of 4. Yesterday we featured leaked photos from the hotel, and today we're following that up with a leaked video and first impressions provided. So check this out below. It is I'll tell you what, let's just go into it because I'll go back to this article ahead. So let's take a quick look at the video. I've had to mute the sound because Gaia, yes, the Twi'lek herself, is singing that song that we all love. Excuse me. So I'm just going to play bits and pieces of this. So as you can see, yeah, you'll see Gaia somewhere. Oh, where is she? She's kind of vanished from the podium at the moment, but she's definitely in this footage. Let's fast forward it here. There she is. There we go. Yeah, it's her jumping along. And we're going to fast forward again. Now look at this, $6,000, and this is what you get for your for your reward. It's bad. I know it's meant to be a nightclub setting, so I get the dim lighting here, but the tables look ordinary. I mean, this is stuff that you see in the BBC canteen. Yes, I've been to the BBC canteen, so I can speak from a person who's been there. It is like that. It's like any government building you might work in. It's going to be an almost similar layout. It's very, very odd. Like for $6,000, you'd expect like really high tech, like a high tech environment. Like the tables will be decked with lights and it's like gimmicks, and maybe there might be like inboard screens where you can interact with, maybe play a game or whatever, video game or such. It's so bizarre. I'm not kidding. When I've been to a comic book convention, I've seen better setups than this. And comic book conventions, what do you pay to get in? About $20 or less? And what do you get? You know, they expect you to spend a few more $100s on collectible comics from the golden or silver ages, right? But this, what is this? Oh my God, it is just, it's really dumbfounding. I'm shocked Disney have not actually pulled this down, but thank you to Obi-Wan Shinobi, awesome channel name by the way, who uploaded this footage, and it hasn't been taken down. But there she is. There is Gaia in a full in a full regalia, just singing that "Welcome to the new age, welcome to my only song I've got on the platform." So, and look, you know, I've got to echo what Drunk 3PO said on his channel, you know, let's not attack the actors because it's not their fault, they're just doing a job. That's what they're paid to do. So folks, let's check out the comments below this video. Were people impressed or were they very unimpressed? True Ben Studios, I believe they're one of my subscribers. Holy shit, this looks generic as shit. Like I'm in some cheap Vegas lounge, to which I've been many to as well, back in 2009. Generic and almost everything there you can do at Galaxy's Edge, just not worth $6,000. Hell, for $6,000, I can stay in luxury resort Polynesian on the beach for a week with a family of 4. Visit all 4 parks, unlimited tickets, lay out by a pool, see a couple of great dinner shows, and even pay for airfare back and forth. You are charging $6,000 plus upcharges to be locked in a warehouse on a service road behind a theme park, shuttled by a box truck to Galaxy's Edge? No, thank you. Well said. Over under guesses 6 months before it closes for reimagining, then reopens as a basic $400 a night hotel. Do you guess another 6 months over 6 months or never going to happen? Oh boy. Doug, this is the ship's dining room and show lounge? What a joke! And they even think people will pay for this? Unfortunately, Doug, they will. Eric Ronin 274. Hey, she's singing the same lame song from the trailer. Makes me think she only comes out and sings one song, that's it. I said that as a joke without reading this comment. But if this person is having that impression, what is everybody else thinking about? And it's true when you consider that the actors, and I'm going to get to that part in the paragraph in a minute, have only a limited time to say and do things. What do you expect? And that segment where Gaia is singing is about half an hour. If you look up one of my previous videos, wow, this is going to be some strange times ahead, folks. Something strange is happening at the Circle K. So spoilers ahead. Is it really a spoiler ahead, folks? I don't know. So, impressions. First, I'm hearing that the work to improve initial internal tests have not resulted in a significantly reworked experience. The concept is still severely flawed. Sources are saying that the only 3 Star Wars characters you're likely to know and will appear are Rey, oh god, Kylo Ren, and Chewbacca. All other characters are believed to have been created specifically for the hotel. Interactions with the main 3 characters you'll know are also more limited than interactions you will have with generic Star Wars passengers. What? The passengers are the people who are paying $6,000 to attend this spectacle, this showcase, whatever it is. I'm just kidding, but the way that's worded there, it kind of makes you think, are we the passengers, like Iggy Pop? Secondly, I'm told that while the actors are eager, there is just a lot of awkwardness involved. I can imagine, because the actors are supposed to be fellow passengers. Okay, gotcha. They try to act like they're doing all the things you're doing, except that when an actor complains to a bartender loudly, it comes off as hokey. Oh god, oh jeez, no, this is so bad. I've seen this before in maybe shows like The Hustle. You know when there's a heist movie and you have to have that one bad character actor that is kind of so blatantly obvious they're doing something bad, but they're trying not to draw attention to themselves, but they are. That's what that reminds me of. The actors do their best, but I'm told the magic is broken when they're presented with conversation points that throw them off. Aye. Maybe that will be better over time. They're being asked to do a lot. Princesses, for example, have a minute, sorry, that should be Disney princesses, have a minute to interact with the guests. And even then, their improv skills are pushed to the max. That is such a shame to hear that. I mean, look, when you're bringing back, like, say for example, Andrew Lloyd Webber, that's all I can think of. I'm so sorry, folks. That's what I pulled that out of my ass. When one of his productions is going into rehearsals before it becomes an officially lit stage show, that is months of rehearsals, folks. This to me sounds like it's weeks, maybe even less time, because yeah, you're an actor. An actor can only improv so much, can't they? So it's so bizarre that I'm hearing about these restricted timelines on the amount of dialogue they can deliver in front of a live audience. It's pretty awful. On the plus side, everything I'm hearing about food and drinks is superb. Apparently, the offerings aboard the Halcyon are up there with the very best menu choices anywhere at Walt Disney World outside of Victoria and Albert. So what about maybe a 5-star Michelin restaurant? What about that, guys? One thing I've heard from multiple sources is that the hotel feels small. About that small, and the less said about that gesture, the better. Much smaller than people were expecting. The rooms are small and claustrophobic, and outside of the rooms, there isn't much. A small lounge, a small dining room, the Jedi training room, and a deck that is made to look far larger than it is surprisingly minuscule, okay? Speaking of the rooms, they feature a small restroom. So if you want to go for a number 2, you better get out now! There's no privacy for parents aboard this voyage. What, you mean if they want to get up to Nookie? Oh dear. Oh, despite the intense backlash to what has been shown in the original Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser trailer, which I'll link here, you can expect that exact concept to play out for guests. The area is often dark. Okay, we saw that video, right? Often bathed in purple neons, and the sources say that while much of the hotel is well themed, there's also extremely cheap issues. One thing that is coming up are the tables and chairs, and some sources don't feel we're worthy of an experience that requires to be dining and lounging for long periods of time. When tables and chairs are not themed and clearly movable, some sources thought this might make the hotel feel generic. It's just really bad. Lackluster and cheap are the words that come up. It would be great if Disney had knocked it out of the park and proven clearly that early reports are wrong. It doesn't appear to be the case. If you're wealthy and you're with your kids and you want this, maybe it's worth it. You know what I think about that last comment? It's the placebo effect. If you don't know what that is, it's a medical term, and of course I'm not a doctor, so don't obviously take my comments on board. But what I remember, a placebo is where you get that moment where you feel good and you can maybe walk on a tightrope, but then you kind of come back down to earth again and you're not as well as you thought you were. So I think this is the Disney placebo effect for rich paying customers who are going to go into this Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser experience not knowing anything about the movies. Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Peter Mayhew, all those greats. And they'll be thinking, yeah, this is a fantastic, I love it, man, I love it. Here's another $6,000, Disney. See you on my next booking. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to play out in the end, because the real hardcore fans, they might be taking the gambit with their money and they're going to come out sorely disappointed. So folks, if you enjoyed this video today, leave a like, get your lightsaber out and smash that subscribe button. And until then, may the farce be with you.
Do not go in there. Woo!